Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I make my Snickers caramel cheesecake. We're going to start off with the crust. We only need 2 ingredients for this crust, and that's some chocolate cookies and butter. I'm going to add these 2 ingredients to my Ninja just so I can get all the cookies crushed and combined with the butter. Once that's all done, I add the crust to my springform pan. I like to use springform when I make my cheesecakes. I just feel like it's easier for me, and I can just maneuver through making this cheesecake a little bit faster. Right here, I'm just pushing all the crust down into the pan just so I can make a uniform, flat crust so it's not chunky on one side and flat on the other side. And then after that, I take a regular spoon just to smooth it out even more. And this will go in the oven for about 5 minutes on 350 degrees. Now we're gonna start with the cheesecake filling. I have about 24 ounces of cream cheese here and 1 cup of sugar. Now let me just say that this is softened cream cheese. You definitely have to leave your cream cheese out for an hour or more before starting this process. You always want to make sure it's soft, and you always mix your sugar in first so that you don't have a chunky batter. And now I've just added 3 eggs. I add about 1 egg per 8 ounces of cream cheese. And if my batter is not thin enough, I'll either add 1 more egg or a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, as I just did. And now we have about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we're going to get that combined well. Okay, so now that the cheesecake crust is done, we're going to add our batter. And after we add our batter, we kind of make sure that the cheesecake has no air bubbles. And we do that by just dropping it on the counter a few times. Now we're going to put a water bath, and the water bath will ensure that your cheesecake is smooth and flat. And it's going to go in the oven for about an hour on 300 degrees. So this is how I make my caramel sauce. I use sweetened condensed milk, and I boil it for about an hour to 2 hours, rotating the can every so often just to make sure that everything is boiling and cooking well. Now this makes the best caramel sauce if you ask me. I mean, you just take a can and boil it. You have to be very careful with this because this can get really hot. The caramel gets really hot, and you want to make sure that you watch this because I have blown up a couple cans of caramel, more than once, and it's hard to clean up in your kitchen. So please be very careful when dealing with the caramel. Now there's our cheesecake. It's about done. Now I'm turning off the oven and I'm letting it cool in the oven. Now here we have our can of caramel. It is very hot, as you can see. I'm wearing oven mitts and I'm shaking it up just to make sure that all the caramel is combined. So this is what happens every single time when you open the can of caramel. There is a little bit of a splatter. Now what I should have did before I opened it was just kind of punctured a hole in the top just to release that air first. But I forgot to do that, and I had a little bit of a cleanup, but that's okay. So after getting the caramel out of the can, we're gonna continue to mix it just so we can make it smooth and it looks pretty and brown and not lumpy and ugly. So here's our caramel. I have mixed it. I used a bigger bowl because that bowl was too small, but I continue to mix it just to make it smooth. Okay, so here I have some miniature Snickers bites. And I have placed them in the refrigerator for a while just so that I can chunk them up and they're easier to work with after being in the fridge for a while. Now I have my completely chilled and cooled cheesecake that I'm adding this perfectly brown caramel sauce to. And now I will add the Snickers on top to bring together this grand finale of Snickers caramel cheesecake by For Heaven's Sakes Cheesecake. Please check out my Instagram at For Heaven's Sakes Cheesecake, and you can see all of the cheesecakes that I've done over the years. And if you like them, give me a like or a comment. And there it is, my caramel Snickers cheesecake. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Join the tribe, feel the vibe. And if you'd like to try this recipe, just please tag me so that I can see. I would love to see how your cheesecakes came out. And enjoy. Thanks for watching.